What's up, my friends? How's everybody? Okay. Sorry. A little delay starting tonight. Life has been hectic as shit. How are you, my friends? How's everybody doing? Alright. Let's get set up here. Actually. Yeah. Crazy hectic. Insane day. Lots of things going on. Woo! Was really behind schedule. But I made it. It's only like 5 minutes late. Not bad, right? I'm still here. Alright. God, okay. Did you guys notice any crazy energy last week? Was there like some crazy shit coming up? Because I was like blindsided by shit. Left and right. So, if anybody else was blindsided, put up some eyeballs. Okay. Alright, so as usual, I'm just going to pull the cards, and then we will read into what they have to say for us. Can everybody hear me okay? I have my phone resting. I don't know if, like, you can actually hear my voice. Do I sound okay? Can someone please tell me? Thank you. Alright. How was everybody's week last week? Were crazy things happening? Did big things pop up for you guys? Let me know in the comments. Give me some eyeballs. Oh, good things this week. Yes, thank God. Oh, okay, that's the one. That's the one right there. Oh, this week's good. Okay, not to say that last week was bad, because it was not. I enjoyed last week. I mean, even with its absolutely insane energy, still enjoyed it. Oh, what am I doing? I already pulled my two. Okay. The good things. The good things. Really exciting. I love this. I get so excited. But you know what happens when I get excited about things? I get really hot. Okay, so while I'm pulling these, I'm going to tell you guys what I'm excited... Goddamn hair. What I'm excited for. So this week, right, we have the dark moon on Friday. I've decided to do this exciting thing. I'm going to do a dark moon circle. So basically there's going to be a lot of art in there. It's going to be all about embracing the unknown and how we can do that for ourselves in our day-to-day life. So we're just going to talk really in depth about like the history of dark moon, all of these really cool things. And there's going to be an art exercise in there because, as you guys know, I'm an artist and I love art. And what better way to embrace the unknown than to do art and not know what the hell we're creating, right? Okay. And I always like to pull one of these cards because these ones are so beautiful. I just have to. Just gotta share it with you guys. Okay, something? Sorry, had hair in my mouth. What the fuck? I'm being attacked. Okay, so yeah, if you guys want to hop in on Friday, I am going to be making a landing page, but there was a lot of crazy shit going on in my life this past week. Death kind of flowed around a bit. A lot of internal chaos happening with that for myself, but also like those close to me. So a lot of just weird, really chaotic vibes going on. So I kind of was put behind with my work. I wasn't able to make the landing page, but I will have the landing page up for the Dark Moon Circle so that you guys can all sign up, you can attend, and we can get creative and dark on Friday. Okay. So let's just dive right in. Let's see what the fuck is going on with this week, shall we? Okay. First card that we got was the Rainmaker. Beautiful card. Fucking beautiful card. I want my music up higher. Okay. So when I first got this deck, the Rainmaker card was actually the card I pulled 6 times before any other cards came up for me. Really just drove this message home. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see, but there's actually a dark moon above her. So, dark moon this week. Special shit. Okay. So the Rainmaker is the master of manifestation, who can call on the elements of nature to serve the greater good. When the earth is parched, the Rainmaker calls the waters from the heavens, and all that is dormant in the fields and in people's hearts spring to life again. So it says the Rainmaker is calling to create something new from the elements that you already have in your life. Be sure to work with what is and not with what might be or could have been. Very important dictation right there. The seeds that have been silently germinating in your heart will burst forth ready for the sunlight. Do not hold back. Put all your chips on the next roll of the divine dice. So basically, all of the newness that's coming into our lives, everything that cleared out from last week when we went through that lower world and we made all of that space inside of ourselves, that space we made was intentional. We did that. We released with the moon. It waned. She waned in energy. And we're still doing it. We're still waning. We're releasing. We went through that lower world area, released a lot of shit. But now we have all of that space to use for ourselves, right? To create something. So it allows us to get to our hearts. What really matters to us? What are we excited about? We're being asked to tune into that this week. Basically because we're not meant to hold back for the rest of our lives. We are meant to live life. And what is life if not lived on the edge? There's a very, very small separation between life and death. Very small. You can either walk through this life alive and actually embracing life's energy, which is chaotic and creative and unexpected, or you can live your death and choose to stay depressed, choose to stay anxious or in fear, or allowing the limitations that have come through your life in your past to stop you from living any of your life from here forward. So we have this question, are we going to hold back or not? That's what this Rainmaker card is asking. Are we going to be the barren desert? Or are we going to be the Rainmaker that calls in all of that creative energy? What are we choosing to do with ourselves, with this energy, with this clearing, this space that we have within, right? Don't hold back. We are not meant to hold back. We are meant to embrace the next thing. Interesting that the next card we got, it's called Flow. This one's a really good one. We've gotten this one before. However, it did come in upside down. So it has medicine for us, which is actually quite perfect because of how the Rainmaker came with the invitation. So it says, don't try to push against the river or swim upstream right now. That's big. So no resistance. Don't force things. Allow things, right? You can trust that when the time is right, your dreams will begin to take shape and you will be invited to dance with destiny. Right now, however, you must relax. This is not a time to bang on doors that refuse to open. Whatever obstacle is in front of you right now, trust this is for the highest good. Our obstacles are challenges and opportunities placed there so that we can be challenged and say, oh, I can be stopped by this obstacle and live my death. Or I can take this obstacle as an opportunity to pursue more for myself. I can pursue what's on the other side of this, right? So I really want something really bad, but this thing is in my way. I want peace. I want internal peace, but I don't have internal peace because of this thing in my past I'm dealing with. Okay, so are you going to let that define your life or not? Are you going to let that keep you from living, or are you going to use it as an opportunity, as that stepping block to really cast you over the side, to help you jump into the next thing? Because that's what's happening right now. We're being asked to step into flow, not resistance. So it is an opportunity to regroup and reconsider your choices, and you must trust that your intentions will take form in good time. Consider this time as a gift. Okay, so desert, barren desert, and that's why the Rainmaker came up. She's telling us we have this barren desert. We can live our death, or we can put water. We can literally get into flow and be creative and receive all of the gifts that are here. Or we can look at our life and the things that are happening in it, the things that have happened in it, as an obstacle to impede us. We have two different perspectives that we can take. Is this obstacle placed there to completely stop our growth? No. No obstacle is there to make us stop growing. Every single obstacle is placed there as a barrier for us to navigate so that we can adapt to the situation and overcome it. We can pursue other means of tools, different perspectives to circumvent the situation so that we can tune into flow and become the person we want to become. We can navigate around this barrier because we do really want what's on the other side of it. That's why this barrier is such a big fucking issue, right? Because if this barrier wasn't there, then we would have the thing we wanted, but this barrier is there. So now we're like, well, what the fuck do I do with that barrier? It's in my way. Guys, these barriers are perfect for us. It's make the choice now. Either remove this barrier or continue living with it. Right? Okay, so the Rainmaker. We have to put all of our chips into that basket. We have to give ourselves all of the energy we have, even though we're meeting resistance, because we need to step into flow. Flow is going to be the answer of how we circumvent this next obstacle. We need to accept what is. We need to slow down. We need to be in the moment and just appreciate that even the obstacles, even the shit that's coming up, it's a perfect gift for us. We wanted that, right? That's exactly what we chose for ourselves so that we could become better. Everything that's happening right now is a gift. So movement awakens my creative spirit. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw my post earlier in the week, but I did a post where I was outside and I was stretching. Stretching creates a lot of space in our body. It releases the tension in our muscle fascia, and muscle fascia is what holds stagnant energy. So when you go through something traumatic, when you go through something emotionally impacting, your body remembers that. It holds it for you as like the author of your story. It's in the corner taking notes like, oh, okay, this happened. Yep, and we're going to store that in her leg. And now her knee is going to hurt. That's what it does, okay? So the body is your author, your note taker, and it's taking in all of this energy and all these emotions and going, yep, that's gonna fucking suck later. We're gonna just write that down and stuff it down in there. In order to move all of that stagnant energy that's been piling up with this author, all these books on the shelves of our bodies, in order to remove all of that energy, we need motion, guys. We are creatures, yeah. Creatures, we create things. We're creatures of creation. We're running with this. This is good. We're creatures. We're creatures. Oh, I fucking cracked myself up. Oh. I'm gonna take a sip of my kombucha. Just fucking hold on a second. One of those days. We are creatures and creators of movement, right? If we were not meant to move our fingers, why do we have knuckles? Why do we have wrists? Why do we have any hinge on our body if we're not supposed to move it? Okay, we're supposed to move. And muscles, ligaments, they all make this this skeletal muscular thing move, right? So in order to clear the energy out of our bodies, we have to move because that's how we're gonna get creative. That's how we are gonna literally step into the gift that the Rainmaker has and the flow that literally flow is suggesting. We have to step into the magic that is in our lives. Because if we deny it, instead of choosing all of this beautiful stuff, what we're actually choosing is to keep all of that toxic energy stuck in us, all that stagnant energy, and not dealing with it, right? Okay, so same thing for flight or fight. When you flee from something, when you run away from it in that moment, you're not choosing to just avoid it. You're choosing to fight it later, right? Okay, I'll leave that one there. But anyway, we have to step into movement this week. We have to move. We need to breathe. We need to expand our bodies and create even more of that space, especially coming up on the dark moon. It's necessary, right? Dark moon is in the Rainmaker. She's asking us to step up and step in. So this one's really pretty, and I'm sorry it's shiny, but this is a gorgeous, gorgeous card. She's on like this bed of leaves. Isn't that so pretty? I love this card. Okay, so it's called Sanctuary, and it says go inward and allow yourself to slow down. Is that not what Flo just said to us? Aunt Flo. Okay, that was funny to me. Anyway, so go inward and allow yourself to slow down. Practice being instead of doing. Because if we do not take a moment to listen to what's going on inside of our bodies, if we're constantly in this, cerebral, oh, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong, and I'm really trying to make an action plan. I want to heal. I want to do this. I want to get over the thing. we're looking at the obstacles in our lives and we're like, all right, I'm going to be the architect and I'm going to figure out how to do this. If we're constantly in the cerebral way of thinking, living in our solar plexus of trying to figure things out, then we are never going to be in flow. We're never going to be able to hear the voice of our heart tell us exactly what we need. We're not going to be able to hear the wounds or the energy inside of our body speak the pain that it actually has, right? So we need to find sanctuary inside of our bodies. Guys, the reason this is so important is because our external world is completely created of chaos. Now, creativity is chaos because in the creation of something, there is destruction, complete destruction for the growth of something else, right? So we need, if this external world of ours is complete chaos, we need somewhere to find sanctuary, somewhere to find peace. Why not create that within ourselves? Because when you close your eyes at night, you should be able to, and I don't like the word should, but it's what we're trying to aim for. It's that goal that we have. We should be able to just go and just feel good, right? Just like drop your shoulders, drop into your bed, your dream state, be in full appreciation, be in that moment of what it's like to be, right? Because the obstacles of our life, all of these things were not meant to just be burdens on our shoulders. They're meant to crack our hearts open further and further so that we can connect to ourselves on that deeper level, so we have a deeper understanding of who we are not, what we perceive, what we don't like, our preferences, what we do like. All of these things are made for us so that we can find the depth of ourself, our truth. And the truth is, we have big hearts. We are meant to be cracked wide open by experiences. But in the midst of that, we have to find the peace. We have to find the sanctuary within where we hold that space for ourselves and we say it's okay to hurt. It's okay to listen to yourself. It's okay to talk about the things that hurt, right? It's okay to have these stories and learn from them. It's all okay to feel how you feel. We're human. We came here to know what a human experience is like. This creative world. Remember, creation is the other side of the coin of destruction. It's the same thing. We're here to understand what being human is, and the human world is creation. But it is destruction at the same time, simultaneous. They're in tandem. They're literally best friends, like just interlocked, right? That external chaos, we have to balance with peace. We have to embrace the creation and the destruction together. That's what creates a balance. And it also says, take time to rest and refill. You are safe. Now, this last bit, you are safe, is extremely important for us to hold on to and actually sit with in the being of ourselves, not by doing things. We need to sit with, it is safe to be who I am. It is safe to feel how I feel, right? It is safe to have my opinions challenged. It is safe to experience resistance to the blockages I have. It is safe to be myself. We have so many things to say. It's safe to slow down. It's safe to just be and exist as I am. It's safe to go inward. It's safe to listen to what I have to say on the inside. It's safe to get to know myself and what hurts and what I need to make that hurt go away. It's safe to learn about myself. It's safe to get to know myself. It's safe to create a relationship with myself. Safety in sanctuary. The deeper we get to know ourselves, the deeper our relationship will become with ourselves. And just like when you create a relationship with a friend, you know it's safe to be who you are when you can trust them. The way we are crafting relationships outside of ourselves, it is imperative that we do the exact same thing for ourselves. If you want to get to know someone else, like you're going to date them or something, super exciting, you want to get to know everything about them. Turn it around. Get to know everything about yourself too. It's safe there. We have to make our relationship with ourselves safe, like a sanctuary. We should be able to go to ourselves on the inside and say, I'm so glad I'm you, right? And if we can't do that, Totally okay. Some days we can't. But that's the blockage that we notice, and that's where we can do the work, right? So this week is all about bringing the rain to ourselves, right? With what we have here, just make this craft your life with what you already have. Don't seek what you don't have. Oh, I'll be happy when. No, friends, you have everything beautifully aligned for you. It's time to see all the little pieces that make up your life here and how every bit of that is magic for you to get to know yourself and to bloom and blossom and make this alivened spirit inside of you. Because if we've been living our death for too long, if we have not shifted and moved any of the energy that's stuck inside of ourselves, then we can't invite any new energy in. We can't create any more life because we're full, right, of pain. So we have to move through that pain. We have to move it away and out and create the inside of ourselves to be this sanctuary, this safe space where we can go and exist away from the outside world. And that takes listening, right? It's time to get to know who we are. This week is a very gentle week, but you are going to run into a cement wall a little bit. But we have to take that cement wall as an opportunity, right? We have to love our cement walls. Because as soon as you love it, the barrier falls apart. Because the barrier is just an illusion. It's an opportunity for us to become our true self, right? Our truth. My friends, this is going to be a really good fucking week. Woo! All right, do we have any questions about the reading? Throw them in there, if you do. And I will remind you guys, before I do any of the personal readings, you can book readings right on my website. Right on there. Just go in, schedule it. It's all good, and I'll get the appointment right as you book it. So I have 1 hour sessions and half-hour sessions available right now. Go right in there. Totally okay. Just book it up. We'll get real personal. We'll get down into the nitty-gritty of what's going on. I'll help you out, right? You want clarity. You want to get past that obstacle that's going to be coming up this week, or that came up last week that is really being persistent this week, because we were meant to visit that lower world, the subconscious mind. We were meant to sit and listen to the patternings that we have. We were meant to see what was going to stroke our ego and flare us up, right? It was intentional. All of it is intentional so that we can become better. The more we understand ourselves, the further we can navigate through life, right? So go to my website, trusso.com, and you can book in any reading that you want. What's Beyond Trauma is one of my favorite readings that I do. But also there's the relationship one. If you have any relationship questions, I do those as well. There is what are my next steps? That's also on there. And any random question, if you just have a question, or if you just want, hey, what piece of wisdom do I need to know for, the next 6 months? What is going to be coming up for me? All of those readings are available. We can schedule you anything. And I actually have a surprise package that I'm working on that should be out in about a month. I'll just say it has a little something to do with the moon. A little package. Yeah, you guys, you'll like it. I think. I like it. I mean, that's why I'm doing it. So I think you'll like it. You guys are my peeps, right?